What is up? Good morning. It is I, your unshowered, greasy-faced, hat-wearing, because we're not even going to talk about the hair, fellow friendly neighborhood fat girl, and I am ready to go. I've dropped everybody else off. It is 8:17 and everybody's where they need to be. I am in a state of shock that I managed that. Usually it's like 8:30, 8:45 before everybody's where they need to go. And I wanted to get out this morning and go to Walmart because I gotta get a live trap for the rat that apparently lives in our kitchen underneath the floor. Don't even get me started on that. And I wanted to hop over to Dollar Tree and grab a whole bunch of really cheap-ass Christmas stuff because I made a decision this year that the last few years, when it comes to holidays, I've been a freaking Scrooge. I'm not gonna lie. I have been the biggest Scrooge about Christmas and holidays in general and Halloween and Thanksgiving and New Year's and Easter and Valentine's, like every single holiday where people normally like do some kind of decoration-y thing or you have some kind of celebration, and I've not done a thing. Like, I have been as avoidant as possible, and a lot of that has to do with my own personal issues. You know, I struggle with chronic depression, I have generalized anxiety disorder, binge eating disorder, you know, like all of these things that sit in the back of your head. And no matter how hard you try, like, they're always there. They're always going to be there. There's nothing you can do to stop that. And I realized after our Thanksgiving, honestly this year, Thanksgiving pretty much sucked. Thanksgiving itself, we usually don't do anything except hang out with, you know, just ourselves. Because you're not going to puke. I love toddlers. You know, we usually just hang out with ourselves because everybody else, you know, they've got somewhere to go. And we really don't. So, because my mom was working, we didn't hang out with her, we hang out at home and we did our own thing. And then usually either the Sunday before or the Sunday after, when we have a bunch of people over at our house, that's usually when we celebrate Thanksgiving with all of our friends. Well, this year one of our friends decided that he wasn't coming, and I don't know, the whole day just kind of had this feeling of ugh about it. That is a big school bus. And it was really disappointing. All of the holidays we've celebrated so far have had like no fun build up. And I feel so bad about that because when I was a kid, that's how my holidays were. Like, my mom, and it's no offense to her, I want to put that out there. Mom and I may not always get along, but she always busted her ass for me, especially as a single parent. She did everything that I think that she felt possible, and she still does everything that she feels is possible. The holidays were never a big thing in her house. And I understand why, as an adult, looking back on it, that was difficult for her because she lost her mom during Thanksgiving. You know, she lost her dad really close to her birthday in '93. So, I mean, I get that these holidays are difficult and that, you know, she wasn't close anymore with her brother. So it was kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, I get not wanting to really celebrate a lot. But I also know how much that bummed me out as a kid. You know, we decided that we weren't going to do Santa as like a secret person who creeps into your house and leaves presents. You know, we're doing more of this, you know, Santa is a concept that is, you know, loving your neighbor and reaching out to other people and doing good deeds and good, you know, having goodwill. And other than that, we're kind of pagan-y anyway, so we really don't do like we don't do the Jesus thing. Sorry. And it's no offense to people who do. You do you, we'll do us. It's cool. But we just didn't do holidays. And I know the last couple of years that I lived with Mom, if I wanted the Christmas tree up, I had to put it up. And I know that for her was more of a health issue because she had difficulty. You know, she's got health problems. It's hard for her to do certain things. And I kind of accepted that. And, you know, it was very situational. But at the same time, it still always kind of bummed me out that, like, there was no surprise. There was no waking up one morning, you know, and seeing presents under the tree. There was no, you know, it's been a really long time since, you know, all of this stuff. Like, so long I can't even remember. And I'm tired of my kids feeling that way. Like, they don't say it because I think they don't know any different. They've never known any different. But like the last 2 years, we didn't put up the Christmas tree until the night before Christmas, like Christmas Eve. And that's when we did most of our present wrapping. And so, you know, they'd wake up one morning and the Christmas tree would be there, and then we'd leave it up until like March because we're terrible people. And the sad thing is, it's this tiny little Christmas tree. Like, I think it's like 2 feet, like maybe 2 feet tall, because we decided once we had, you know, Elliot crawling around and everything, that he's my third child. He's 2.5 now, almost 3. And we decided that if we were going to have a toddler around, we didn't want to have a big Christmas tree anymore. You know, we wanted to wait until there were no more toddlers who would potentially pull it over, you know, break things, whatever. So right now we're just putting up this tiny little tree up on a glass table, so it's not like there's any effort, and it still didn't go up until Christmas Eve. So I don't want to do that to my kids. It's not the kind of holiday that I want to have anymore. That's not the kind of memories that I want them to have. So I'm done being a Scrooge. I want to go and get a whole bunch of stuff at the Dollar Tree because, fuck it, I'm cheap. We're poor. And Dollar Tree is not expensive. So anyway, so that's my goal for today. Gonna go home, get a shower, do some laundry, feed the kids that I still have with me right now. And then I'm gonna get them out of the house, and by God, I'm gonna put up with it, I'm gonna live with it, and it's gonna be fun because I'm done being a Scrooge. So happy holidays. I love you all. Please remember that if I had however the hell much I weigh right now am worth the extra effort, then by God, so are you. I love you guys.